About 50 years ago, I can't believe I'm saying that, it was 50 years ago, when I started writing Tales of the City for the San Francisco Chronicle, I created a chorus of men, obnoxious gay men, that I called the A-gays. They were definitely meant to be obnoxious. When we came around to filming it for television, I insisted that only out-of-the-closet actors play these roles because of the heinous nature of these people. That, consequently, Ian McKellen was in it, and Lance Allowed, and a number of other actors that were known to be gay and were out about it. I was kind of horrified to read a recent New York Times article in which the author, whose name is, I should give him credit because it's a good piece, Sean McCreish, he writes about the A-gays who are part of Trump's coterie in Washington. There's some interesting names there. There's Richard Grinnell, who is an openly gay Republican who held senior roles as ambassador and special envoy to the Trump orbit. Another key name is Scott Bessent, who's cited as one of the most powerful gay men in the Trump administration, working at the Treasury Department. There are others. Anyway, I don't really want to write about these assholes. don't want to give them credit. There are lots of gay men who are willing to sell their soul and move to Washington and worship at the feet of that man. And they're referred to in the piece as A-gays. I can understand certain people, dumb rednecks, if I may use that term. I think I will use that term, who support Trump. But the thought that there are a group of pissy queens in Washington who are riding on the glory of being a protege of Donald Trump, really does me in. This would be a good place to insert the vomit emoji. It's boring to keep on stating your position on things, but I must do it because I must be clear that whoever these queers are in Washington that are getting mileage out of being a handmaiden to Trump need to be mocked as much as we can. We're fighting against a guy who wants to destroy democracy, who's planning to destroy democracy. And the people on his side are bigots and pissy queens. Those two things. I can understand the bigots. They're going to always be here and probably illiterate and probably falling for everything that Trump says. But the idea that a bunch of rich A-gays, if we must call them that, are supporting him and getting mileage out of it in Washington just disgusts me to my core. We know who these people are. We know what they're like. We know what their selfishness is like. And those of us who are still fighting for some degree of humanity mustn't put up with them, mustn't give them legitimacy in any way. I don't care if they're queer. It doesn't matter to me. It only matters to me that they're indecent human beings. And they're following the instructions of a very indecent man. Now, I know that most queers are on the side of decency. I know that about our people, if I must call them that, because we've lived with each other for a long time, and I know that decency is prevailing. And we must not listen to the voice of these so-called A-gays because they're on the wrong side of history, and everyone who is a Trump supporter is on the wrong side of history. It's as simple as that. There's no voting about this attitude. If you're helping with that monster, you are on the wrong side of history. and eventually you will be shown out.